Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. When you think about the squat exercise, which I introduced you to in the episode How to Squat Safely, you typically think of the back squat, in which you place a barbell on your back, or the bodyweight squat, which is the popular air squat you might do in a cardio class, fitness boot camp, or bodyweight workout. But there are many other squat variations you can do to get better hips, butt, and thighs, or develop more athletic strength and power. So in this episode, I'm going to give you 13 different variations of the squat exercise, along with tips for how to do each one. Depending on how you do a squat, you may work your low back more than your quads or your hamstrings more than your low back. By knowing different squat variations, you can not only target a body part or movement more efficiently, but you can also have an option to turn to if your favorite piece of exercise equipment is getting monopolized at the gym or you just can't make it to the gym. So here are 13 variations of the squat, and over on the show notes at getfitguy.quickanddirtytips.com, I'll be sure to put a video link to each one. Number one is the back squat. And in a back squat, the weight, typically a barbell, is placed across the back of your shoulders and your upper back. And since it gives you a very good mechanical advantage, the back squat is good for lifting heavy weights, and it works your quads, butt, low back, and abs. Number two would be the front squat. Perform a front squat by holding or racking that barbell on the front of your shoulders and then squatting. Compared to the back squat, the front squat is better for strengthening your low back, and it can be easier on your knees. Number three is the lateral squat. And the lateral squat, as the name implies, involves moving towards one side or the other as you squat. It's really good for improving hip mobility and your side-to-side movement strength. Number four is the goblet squat. The goblet squat is a perfect movement for learning how to squat. And to do it, you simply hold a weight, such as a dumbbell or a medicine ball, close to your chest as you squat. It makes the movement a little bit easier to learn. Number five is a split squat. The split squat can simultaneously improve stability and single leg strength, and it's also known as the Bulgarian split squat. And to do it, put one foot in front of your body and the other foot behind you, and then squat in that lunging position. That foot that is behind you can also be elevated up on a chair, a step, or a bench. Number six is the drop squat. A drop squat is very good for training athletes how to properly land and can also be a great cardio workout. To do it from a standing position, you simply explosively drop into a squat position while simultaneously pushing your arms out in front of you. Then you stand up and do it again. Number seven is the isometric squat. Isometric squats can isolate a specific section of the squat and strengthen that part of the movement only. They're also good if you want to build quad and butt strength, but you have bad knees or you can't move through the full squat range of motion. To do an isometric squat, simply hold a squat position, preferably at close to a 90-degree bend in your knees. You can also do isometric squats with your back against the wall, and you can hold these for 15, 20, 60 seconds, or if you're tough, 4 or 5 minutes. Number 8 is the stability ball squat. Similar to the goblet squat, the stability ball squat is good for learning how to squat properly since you're leaning against and gliding a stability ball up and down the wall as you perform the movement. This move is also good if you're coming back from an injury and you need to do a squat motion with low stress on your legs. Number 9 is the jump squat, and as the name implies, the jump squat is an explosive version of the squat, in which you jump and your feet actually leave the ground. The jump squat is typically performed with body weight or a lighter weight than a regular squat and is excellent for improving power and explosiveness. It's also, as you can probably imagine, a great cardio workout. If you're not holding a weight, you can also swing your arms overhead as you jump and then back down when you land from a jump squat. Number 10 is a hack squat. The hack squat is performed by holding a barbell behind your body, then squatting and touching the weight to the ground before standing again. It places very little stress on your low back, and it primarily strengthens your quadriceps on the front of your legs. Number 11 is the single leg squat. And this one can be tough, but it's great for getting better balance, improving your side to side stability, boosting your athletic performance, and teaching your legs how to generate strength in isolation. When you do a single leg squat, be sure to keep your back and your knees in proper alignment while doing this version, even if that means you need to put a hand out and touch a wall or a rail for balance. Number 12 is the overhead squat. There's nothing like an overhead squat to challenge your mobility or identify a tight spot in your body. To perform this version of the squat, you hold a barbell, a broomstick, or some other type of weight overhead as you squat. This requires excellent shoulder range of motion and good balance too, which is why it can be used to identify flexibility or balance deficits. Number 13 is the sissy squat. And yes, I've saved what I consider to be the best name for last. But it's not what you think. In fact, sissies would have a pretty tough time performing this type of squat. Similar to the hack squat, the sissy squat really does a good job isolating your quads on the front of your legs. It can also make you very strong very quickly. To do a sissy squat, and you may want to watch the video for this one that I link to from the show notes, you keep your hips and your waist straight. And then you bend your knees to allow your body to fall backwards as your knees come forward, almost like doing the limbo. You lower your body until your knees are almost fully flexed or near the floor, and then you stand back up to your starting position. And again, you may want to watch the video before trying this one. All the videos for each of the squats that I just described can be found at getfitguy.quickanddirtytips.com. Now, if you have more questions about how to do squat variations or your own squat variations to add, you can share them over at facebook.com/getfitguy. And remember to grab the brand new book, Get Fit Guy's Guide to Achieving Your Ideal Body, in which I teach you all of the different exercise variations that are going to work best for your specific body type. And you can get that over at getfitguy.com. Until next time, this is the Get Fit Guy asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.